Welcome back to another episode on my channel. This is my England versus Belgium friendly preview. The game between England and Belgium takes place tomorrow on Tuesday the 26th of March. And in this video I'm going to be doing my quick review for the game. If you watched my last quick preview of the game, if you watched my last preview on the Brazil-England game on the Brazil game, you'll know how it's set up, with me saying the squad, then giving my starting 11, then giving the recent form, then giving a prediction, and then giving a conclusion. I've written the conclusion for Belgium already. So let's start with going through the squad one more time. The squad is, as it stands, is the squad before Southgate came in was Jordan Pickford, Aaron Ramsdale and Sam Johnson, who's left the camp while James Trafford has come in from the under-21s. We have Ben Chilwell, Joe Gomez. We had as our defenders Ben Chilwell, Joe Gomez, Jared Brantwaite, Ezri Konsa, John Stones, Harry Maguire and Lewis Dunk. Harry Maguire, just like Sam Johnson, has also left England camp but has not been replaced. But Walker has also left England camp, but has been replaced by Rico Lewis. Then the midfielders are still the same: Bellingham, Gallagher, Henderson, Maddison, Rice, Mainu, and the forwards are still the same: Bowen, Foden, Gordon, Kane, Palmer, Rashford, Saka, Tony, Watkins. With Kane being the only player in the attack to have gone home. So we've got a pretty full squad, minus Kyle Walker, Harry Maguire, Sam Johnson and Harry Kane. As for my starting 11 prediction, I've got Pickford to start in goal. I've got a back four. I've gone with a back four of Rico Lewis, Joe Gomez as the fullbacks, Jared Brantwaite and Stones as the defenders. In my midfield, I've got Rice, who will be in the sixth, who will be captaining England tomorrow for the very first time as he celebrates his 50th cap for England. I've got in the sixth, Kobbie Mainoo starting his first ever game for. I think he'll start his first ever game for England in the sixth, and then just ahead of them, I've got Jude Bellingham, who will be in the 10. And in my attack on the left, I've got Phil Foden. On the right, I've got Cole Palmer right now, but I do think I've got Cole Palmer. If Cole Palmer isn't fit enough, though, if Palmer isn't fit enough, if Palmer isn't fit enough to play tomorrow against Belgium, then I would change my front three, my wingers, to Foden on the right and Rashford on the left. And then up top, Ivan Toney. So, one more time, I'm going to go for my starting line one more time. Jordan Pickford in goal, a back four of Rico Lewis, Joe Gomez, John Stones and Jared Brantwaite. A midfield three of Declan Rice playing his 50th cap for England. Mainu making his full debut for England. Just above him in the 6, with Bellingham in the 10. And then a front three of either Foden on the right, Foden on the left, Palmer on the right, Tony up top if Palmer's fit, or Tony up top, Foden on the right, Rashford on the left if Palmer isn't fully fit. As for recent form, unfortunately, our last game did end in defeat to Brazil. But before that, we did draw 1-1 with North Macedonia, win 2-1 against Malta, beat Italy 3-1, and edge past Australia 1-0. So that was our last 5. That was England's last 5 games. In the last 5 games, 1 draw, 3 wins, 1 defeat. So not bad form in terms of the last 5 games. Now for my prediction. My prediction for England-Belgium is a comfortable 2-0 England. I think Tony and Bowen will score. I think Tony and Bowen, or Tony and Palmer will score, with Foden getting the assists for both of the goals. And then as for my conclusion, before we end this video, my conclusion is Belgium without De Bruyne is like Man City without Rodri, and England will take full advantage of this factor by beating Belgium comfortably 2-0. Foden will have a good game, a great game, getting 2 assists, and will finally show his worth to England and why he has been such a delight for City fans since he became a first-team player back in the 2018-19 Premier League season. Come on, England, and then bring on Iceland and Bosnia and Herzegovina before we play the biggest tournament for us as a nation so far, Euro 2024, with the hope of our first ever Euros trophy and trophy in general since 1966 in the balance. So that is my preview for tomorrow's game between England and Belgium. After the game tomorrow, I'll be giving you a review. I'll be doing my review for the game after the game tomorrow. Now I've got a few things to say. Today I'm filming this video after having been to the cinema to watch the new Ghostbusters film, Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, which is a really good film. Paul Rudd, the cast was amazing. Story could have been a bit better. The villain wasn't in the film as much as I thought he would be, but overall a very fun experience and a very cool looking visual effects with all the ice and with the city, with New York. It was really fun to see New York City get covered in ice. There was also a very nice relationship between McKenna Grace's character and a ghost played by Emily Allen Lint, who is one of the Allen Lint family members. She has a sister called, her mum and sister both starred in, her mum and her sister, Alvia Allen Lint, both starred alongside each other in the Chucky TV series as Lexi and Lexi's mum. In the Chucky TV series together, with Alvia Allen Lint playing Lexi and Alvia and Emily's mum playing Lexi's mum. So yeah, very good relationship between McKenna Grace and her character and her ghost character. But yeah, so that's what I was doing. That I went to cinema before I started filming this. So yeah, an update on my life, as if. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber and I love to do YouTube, but basically, I also have a life, and in my life, pretty perfect this week so far, with a very nice trip to the cinema. I've got a lot of videos coming out over the next few months. There are a lot of videos coming out in the next few months. I've got a video, a tier list video where I rank every movie I have watched. Loads of movies, loads of debate. I've also got a tier list video where I rank all the series that I've watched. Not as many series as I had movies, but still a decent amount of series, and I've split them into different categories. And obviously you'll find the categories in the video, which both of those videos that I just mentioned will come out in the next 2 to 3 months, depending on when I feel like it. I've also got coming out the first 6 episodes of a new series that I mentioned a while back, that I mentioned a few days ago, that I mentioned during the middle of last week, where it's a series called Dark Secrets, the hidden truths behind your favourite TV shows and horror movies. It's got 6 episodes. Episode 1 is about Dan Schneider. Episode 2 is about Paul Walker and Heath Ledger. Episode 3 is about Harvey Weinstein. Episode 4 is about the dark history behind some of the most iconic horror movies of all time. And episode 5 is Cameron Boyce and Chadwick Boseman. And episode 6, which is the one that I finished earlier today, is titled Dark Disney Origins, where I tell you about the original stories that the Disney films were based on. And I can assure you, you won't want to be eating while watching the video, because it will get a bit creepy, because everyone thinks Disney is this amazing animated studio, which it is, and has always been known for its wonderful stories, and that is true. But the fairy tales that their films were based on, not so much. There's some things that happened in the original fairy tales of some Disney films that didn't happen in the Disney film itself. So yeah, those are the first 6 episodes of my new series, Dark Secrets, The Hidden Truths Behind Your Favourite TV Shows and Horror Movies. That will be coming out, those 6 videos will be coming out in the next week. Also, 4 of those will be coming out in the next, or could be coming out in the next week, ahead of the release. I want to get them all out. I want to get the first 4 episodes out before the Chucky TV series returns for part 2 on the 10th of April. And then I'll do episodes 5 and 6 some point after the release of Chucky season 3 part 2. And then one final video to catch you up on, which is going to be and the final one more video is I'm going to be ranking the players that I'm going to be doing a tier list where I rank not every player, but where I rank the majority of players that have played at Manchester City in the Premier League from 2011 onwards. I've got a very cool looking tier list, and I've got a lot of pictures of every player of every important player that has played for City, and I'm going to rank them in the tier list. So you've got that coming up. You've got that coming up very, very soon. You've got the episodes of Dark Secrets coming out in the next week. Well, 4 of them coming out in the next week, and 2 of them coming out after the release of Chucky Season 3 Part 2. The movies I've watched tier list, and the TV shows I've watched tier list will be in the next 2-3 months. And I've got big plans this year when Cobra Kai comes out, and next year when Stranger Things comes out. This year, near some point near the end of this year, Cobra Kai Season 6, the final season of Cobra Kai, will be coming out. And after I watch it, I'll be doing a character ranking. I haven't created the tier lists. I haven't created the tier list for that one or the Stranger Things one that I'm about to talk to you about yet, but I'll get to that eventually. And as for the Stranger Things one, when Stranger Things comes out next year, when Stranger Things Season 5 comes out next year, I'll be doing a character ranking for Stranger Things. So you've got 2 future character rankings to look forward to. Cobra Kai character ranking when Cobra Kai Season 6 comes out later this year, and a Stranger Things character ranking tier list that will come out when Season 4, or when Season 5 of Stranger Things comes out and I've watched it. So I will be doing a Cobra Kai character tier list once the show ends, and a Stranger Things Cobra Kai character tier list once the show ends. But I won't do those 2 tier lists until I finish watching the final seasons of both of the shows. So you've got some fun videos coming out. A tier list where I rank Man City players. A tier list where I rank movies I've watched. A tier list where I rank TV shows I have watched. A tier list in the future for Cobra Kai characters. And a tier list in the future for Stranger Things characters. And then the first 6 episodes of Dark Secrets, The Hidden Truths Behind Your Favourite TV Shows and Movies. 4 coming out before Chucky Season 3 Part 2 on April 10th, and the episodes 5 and 6 after Chucky Season 3 Episode 10 comes out, Part 2 comes out. And in the world of TV, there's a big few weeks and months coming up for me in terms of Netflix and TV shows and stuff. On the 2nd of April, the Man City finally release their treble documentary, which is going to premiere, which is going to go up on Netflix. Then 2 days later, on the 4th of April, season 2 of a show I've watched on Netflix called I Woke Up a Vampire comes out. April 10th, Chucky Season 3 Part 2 comes out, and in the next few months, the new season of Pretty Little Liars Original Sin, titled Pretty Little Liars Summer School, will be coming out. We got the first few pictures for the new Pretty Little Liars series. A few days ago, I saw the pictures, some pictures for the series for Summer School in the other week, and I'm excited. So yeah, Man City treble documentary for me, personal stuff that I would want to watch I'm watching that's coming. Personal stuff that I will watch that is coming out over the next few months. The Man City treble documentary on the 2nd of April. I Woke Up a Vampire Season 2 on the 4th of April, which will be on my TV shows I've watched tier list. Chucky Season 3 Part 2 on April 10th, and Pretty Liars Summer School, the second season to Original Sin, retitled Summer School, because the second season takes place at Summer School, that will release either late April or early May, maybe even mid-May, maybe late May, maybe early June. So from Pretty Liars Summer School will be coming out at some point from late mid-April to late/mid-June. But yeah, so yeah, it's going to be a few good months, not just for my YouTube channel, but for me. So hopefully you've enjoyed this review and a catch up with not just my life, but I hope you're also happy with the video update for future videos with those two character tier lists for Stranger Things and Cobra Kai, and the other tier lists, the TV shows I've watched tier list, the movies I've watched tier list, the Man City player ranking tier list, and like I said, the first 6 episodes of my new series, Dark Secrets, the hidden truths behind your favourite horror movies. And I'm going to remind you what the episodes are once more. The first 6 episodes for Dark Secrets, the hidden truths behind your favourite TV shows and movies are: Episode 1 is on Dan Schneider. Episode 2 is on Paul Walker and Heath Ledger. Episode 3 is on Harvey Weinstein. Episode 4 is on your favourite horror movies. Is on the dark secrets behind some of your favourite horror movies and some of the most iconic horror movies. Episode 5 is on Chadwick Boseman and Cameron Boyce, where I look at their tragic and impactful deaths. And then episode 6 is called Dark Disney Origins, where I tell you all about the original stories that different Disney films were based on. I've got 16 Disney films that I'll talk in that video. So if you want to know what those are, you'll have to wait and see when the video comes out. So like I said, you've got You've got 11 future or soon-to-be videos on my channel, with 8 of them coming in the next week to the next month, from a week until next month. So yeah, 8 videos ranging from a week to a month, and 2 videos that will be covered in the future. So yeah, just a look at the next few months of while doing the review for Belgium, England, I've also given you an update on future videos to come in the next week or so, in the next week/month or so, and 2 future videos coming out. One coming out later this year with Cobra Kai with the Cobra Kai character rankings, character tier list ranking, and at some point next year for the Stranger Things characters ranking. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. So subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to get one of the videos. I hope to see you in all those future videos. But until those future videos, I'm out. Peace. Bye.